What is going on, YouTube? It is I, Rye, again with another Noble Knight video. Imagine that. Turbo Duels. Turbo Duels. People that watch the streams know I'm not a major fan of the Turbo Duels, but a lot of people want me to talk about Noble Knights and Turbo Duels because there is quite an interesting bike. And they want to know, is this good for Noble Knights? Is there a way I can build this with Noble Knights and make it good? And yeah, the Noble Knights are pretty broken when it comes to Turbo Duels, as are quite a few decks. You can see I'm in Elite 5 right now. It's pretty easy to rank up when it comes to playing this style. We are using the EX skill. What is this? The Brave Revolution, this little scooter thing. I didn't watch 5D, so I don't know where this is from. I'm probably a Luda thing. I don't know. But it looks hilarious compared to all these like bikes that are around it, and then you've got like this thing, just like this kind of skateboard looking thing. Anyway, so this is really good for any equip-based strategy, which is basically all of Noble Knights. The most relevant ones being the Remove 3 and the Remove 4. Remove 3, you add any equip spell from your deck to your hand, literally just free search for any equip, which is pretty nasty when it comes to Noble Knights. Helps you unbrick, or it helps you just gain whatever equip card you're looking for specifically. Major consistency boost for them. And then Remove 4, return one equip spell card from your hand to the bottom of the deck, and then draw one. So you can kind of see where the consistency kind of gets relayed to you. There is also the Remove 2 can be sometimes good. Change the battle position of one face-up monster that was normal summoned on your side of the field. This can be good if you have like Noble Knight Brothers. You have to normal summon Noble Knight Brothers, and then you want to switch them into defense mode for whatever reason. It could be really good for that as well for you. Now, my preferred way of playing Noble Knights in this event, and you can kind of, there's a little bit of flexibility that comes with the deck because of how much consistency you're going to end up having. But this is kind of the way that I enjoy playing it. You do have to play a 5Ds character, so I went with Equipment Exchange. Equipment Exchange, really nice skill in this event. If your life points are 3k or below, you can return up to 2 cards, including one, has to be at least one equip spell from your hand to the bottom of the deck, and then draw the same number of cards. So let's say you have an equip that you don't need, plus like an Until Noble Arms are needed once again. You return those to the bottom of your deck, draw 2. So very clean, especially with the skill that lets you freely add an equip spell. Can give you a lot of advantage in that way. Now, I like to play with triple Cosmic Cyclone, so we can activate the skill as much as possible to get as much draws off as possible. And then I like to also play Karma Cut, because you'll be drawing a lot of cards with this deck and adding a lot of cards. So you're always going to have material with Karma Cut that'll never go to waste, either being recycled by the brothers or being recycled with the skill itself. Now, you could also play more Noble Knight Brothers, because you know, you could play like a low number of actual equips and even drop something like Glory of the Noble Knights, for example. Because you could just freely add it with the skill. Because if you go second, or once you do your first summon, past turn 1, you're always going to be able to add equips with the skills. So you don't really need to run as many equips as I'm running here. You could definitely tone down on the equips and do totally fine if you wanted to do that. You could also play things like Book of Moon and Chalice. You know, I went for more of an accessible build here. This is probably what you guys already had if you had Noble Knights back in the day. But if you have Chalices or Book of Moons, you could easily place those in here as well. I did toy around with Chalice in one of my replay duels that I'll show you guys. So that's going to be really cool as well. But yeah, the combos are pretty simple. Use your Cosmic Cyclone to activate Equipment Exchange. You add equips with the skill. You know, you use your Equipment Exchange when you're at 3k or below to draw more cards. If you play multiple brothers, you can have like a spam version of Noble Knights where you're just spamming normal summons over and over. And then you're just basically playing pre-balanced nerf Noble Knights. Which, as we all know, is insanely broken. So, you know, you're still same Exceed lineup. I think if I had to make a change, I'd probably take out either the Gaia Charger or the Malevolent Sin and go for an Excalibur. That's probably honestly better. So go ahead and put Excalibur in there. I have like 2, I think, but Didn't really I mean, you don't even really end up using him half the time, unless someone's playing like heavy hand traps. But let's get into some replays that I saved. I played a couple of duels, got to Elite 5 just this morning. Basically built the deck real fast, got to Elite 5, no problem. Let's go in here and check out some of these replays. Basically, the skill turns you into a more consistent Noble Knight, which is all they really need to be relevant. And here they are, pretty much. So first replay, going up against this guy that's on a 3-win streak. Oh my lordy, look at this hand. It is busted. We are going first. You don't even need the skill, and we already open up absolutely broken. Going to the Merlin Madrat. You should know this combo, but if you don't, I'll go over it anyway. Caliburn, I'm going to get insane life point boost here. Activate Madrat effect, bring out Boars, float the Caliburn, get another 500 life point boost, and then get to search into my Gwynnefer and my trap cards. Really, really, really strong. Alternatively, if I didn't open up the Caliburn, I could just Cosmic Cyclone for equipment exchange. You know, that's something you could absolutely do if you wanted to do that. Gwynnefer equips, we have Merlin, we pass, and we set up the Until Noble Arms Needed again. I could have easily set up the Cosmic Cyclone as well if I really wanted to go aggressive on my opponent, but I think we're chilling for now. He goes for the 6 Samurai United. 6 Samurai, that's a free win, basically. The dojo comes out, and then boom, he normal summons the legendary Kazan. Once the 6 Samurai has normal summoned a monster, he does not have access to Fuma anymore if his dojo gets popped. And I know this, so immediately we go for the Merlin. We go for the Until Noble Arms Needed again. This is going to bring out Dristan. We're going to go ahead, Exceed Shokan up into a King Arcturus, float the Caliburn, and pop the dojo. If you pop the dojo, he doesn't have access to Fuma, which means he doesn't have access to Shien, which means if he wants to get a dual wield going, he has to leave his Kazan alone on his side of the board, which means even if I get dual wielded, I'm going to win the duel regardless. Does have the Grandmaster, goes for the draw 2, and then sets 3, and you're like, oh my god, how are we going to deal with a set 3 ride? This is insane. What are we going to do? No problem. We're going to go ahead. We're going to float the Borzy Boy. He cannot swing in the Borzy Boy because he is under 1800, which means Dristan is protecting him, which means he cannot be swung into, has to be swung into the Dristan himself. And then I just want you to see how many lines of play are available on my turn. Right? We end up going for the Glory. I end up searching for the Arf. But even if I didn't have Arf, the Glory, I have 5 points, so I could search for a I could search for an Arf for free if I wanted to do that. I could equip Gwynnefer to my Boars, search for Arf that way. I could go for, if this was another equip card, I could go for a return card, draw a card. I could go for equipment exchange by lowering my life points down to 3,000. I have so many lines of play that even if all 3 back row were relevant, it doesn't matter because I just have so many different things I can do on my turn. I still have Merlin. I still have, or sorry, I don't have Merlin. I have Until Noble Arms Are Needed again. I still have Noble Knight Brothers for additional summons if I draw any more monsters. Like, what's he gonna do? He bounces all my monsters to my hand. I just Noble Knight Brothers. All 3 are back on the board. All right, let's see what happens. We end up going for the Arfadudu. Arfadudu, pop a back row. There's the dual wield. Caliburn, gain some life points. Cosmic Cyclone, take out the Fiendish Chain. Noble Knight Brothers comes on out. Float all my monsters. Draw a card. Oh my lordy. Here we go. We're not done yet. Borzy Boy, search for more equip cards. I'm up to 6. I have 6 right now. I don't even need to use these equips. I can just send them back and draw an additional card. See if I get a Karma Cut or something to really screw my opponent. Goes in. Arcturus is here. We're going to pop all the back row. Back row, be gone. Caliburn, gain more life points. Oh my lordy. Here we go. All right, Caliburn, gain even more life points. We're up to 54 now. Bring out another monster. That would have been a King Custonin. King Custonin, bounce the monsters. Gallatin equip. If I didn't have Gallatin, I just search for Gallatin with the skill. GG, we win, no problem. Easy clap. All right, game 2, let's go. So pretty cool. You can see Noble Knight's really strong. If you open up Merlin equip, no problem, no problem. My opponent had no lines of play to win there. This one's a little funny, this duel. And then the third duel I have, you'll see my skill be used multiple times. But this one is pretty funny because this guy was also using the equip spell as well, but in a little bit of a different manner. So you can see here he goes to the red resonator. Normal summons the Red Resonator. Summons the Witch of the Black Forest. Goes into the Archfiend's Call. Equips by using the power of his little skateboard that he's got here. Goes for the Brave Revolution. Goes for Power of the Guardian. What the? Equips that. Equips the Mage Power. Not many decks are going to be able to out this. This card can't be targeted. Power of the Guardian, when it gets stacks on, it gets protected from destruction. Pretty tough board, right? 4200 beat stick, no problem. We go for a Cosmic Skills Clone. Cosmic Skills Clone takes out the Power of the Guardian. Go for Borzy Boy. Borzy Boy gets a Destiny. Brave Revolution. Here we go. We're going to search for the Gallatin. It doesn't matter which equip I search for. And then we're going to use Equipment Exchange, return that, return the thing, and we get to draw 2. We get a Noble Knight Noble Knight Madrat. Not that great, if we're being honest. Probably should have done it earlier, because I would have definitely preferred a Madrat play. But still, you can see how cool it is to go into that. Equip Gwynnifer, take out the monster, have the Karma Cut set, and that's pretty much game. He goes for Power of the Guardian. Doesn't matter. We Karma Cut. He actually ends up going Brave Revolution to send away his Mage Power to draw a card. And I was not expecting Battling Boxer Veil, so I just wildly swung. But it was Battling Boxer Veil, but I mean, it ultimately doesn't end up mattering. But you should have played around hand traps, but whoops. What is this deck, dude? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. I had game even with, if I knew it was Battling Boxer, but it doesn't matter. Swing, 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 swing. Until Noble Arms again. Swing, swing, swing. He has no life points left. He's got nothing he could top deck. GG, we win. So there you go. You can kind of see the combos again. And then finally, this is the duel that it probably went on a little longer than it needed to. I definitely could have killed him a couple times in the duel, but I wanted to show off the power of the skill a little bit more. So I kind of extended the game in a couple ways to see first what he could do and then what I could do in response with the power of the skill. So here we go. We have Blue Eyes White Dragon. That's right, Blue Eyes White Dragon. Merlin equip. We always open it. Easy, GG, no problem. Go in, get our Madra, get our Borzy Boy. We get our search. Trap, Gwynnifer. We already have Trap in hand, so we don't really want another Trap, but that's okay. We get another one. I'm like, okay, you know what? I want to get a little spicy with it. I was messing around with Chalice as well in this duel. Sage with Eyes of Blue comes out. I decide, okay, that's fine. We can let that go. All right, he sets 2. That's absolutely fine. We go for the ARF. At this point, I could probably kill him if he's got nothing relevant, but he does have Hollowed Life Barrier, so that's kind of annoying because it does kind of swing the tempo back in his favor. I go for a Borzy Boy effect, no problem. Decide to get rid of this Sage just to get rid of it from here because I do have Chalice set, so we're good on the float. King Artorigus comes out. We're going to go ahead, pop the other back row, which is another Hollow Life Barrier. Good, we don't want to get stalled anymore. He brings out the Spirit Dragon, goes for my ARF. Really weird choice that he did that, but, you know, we take those. Goes for his Sage. Searches another tuner monster. Synchro summons, goes into the Spirit Dragon. The Noble Knights can't float with Spirit Dragon on the board, so we're going to have to deal with him. Silver's Cry, this is a huge push from my opponent. Goes for my other equip spell. Again, I don't know why he did that. Should have gone for the Chalice, but hey, now he knows. We're going to go ahead. We're going to Forbidden Chalice onto the Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. That way he cannot negate my graveyard-based effects. Goes in, takes out my Artorigus. Artorigus is going to float into the Madrat. Tries to swing in here. I'm going to Until Noble Arms needed again. Brings out the Drippy Driston. Merlin effect goes through. Going to bring out King Custodon. King Custodon is here. Gets swing into. Who's going to bring out my other Artorigus. Oh my lordy, the plays. Okay. So here we go. We're going to equip the ARF just in case he gets any more back row. We have another Merlin play here. He decides to tag out now because I go for the pop on him. We go for Merlin and the Brothers. Brothers can recycle all those cards that I used to make this play happen. Basically makes it for free, no problem. Brave Revolution, here we go. So we're going to add any random equip. You can see here, under normal circumstances, I don't have access to a Gallatin, which means Azure Eyes would have been protected and would have been able to summon Blue Eyes from the grave as soon as he, you know, fills up his graveyard. I don't really have access to that. I would have had to go for a Boars or something onto the Brothers and hope to get a Gallatin or an Exceed plate or waste my Merlin. But you know what? We don't want to do that. Instead, we're just going to go ahead. We're going to add Gallatin to our hand. we're not done. I still have so many charges. We're going to go ahead and use 4. I don't need this Noble Knight Arf. We're going to send that back. Draw the Cosmic Cyclone. We're going to send another Destiny back, and then draw a Borzy Boy that we can normal summon. Oh my goodness. We're going, get the Gallatin going. Pop, pop, pop. Onto the Azure Eyes. Azure Eyes is no problem now. And at this point, Blue Eyes is lost. And I already know that he's lost, right? So at this point, I'm thinking, let's see how badly I can make him lose from just card advantage alone, right? He's got no way to come back into this game. Brings out another Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. No problem. Goes for Power Force. Goes for Tie That Bind. Swings over the brothers. Doesn't matter. We're Cosmic Cyclone. Takes out a Raigeki Break. Summons his Blue Eyes. He literally has nothing here. We top deck another Merlin, no problem. Brings out the Drippin' Dristin. We equip the Drippin' Dristin, pop the Blue Eyes. We swing in. He doesn't have any more Azure Eyes. We swing in, 1800. We just literally outpace him. We have 10 stacks on our skill. There ain't much he can do at this point. Brings out the Alternative Dragon. Even this isn't enough. Goes for the Ancient Rules. Brings out Blue Eyes. Brings out the Stone. Brings out Spirit Dragon. Look at this. He goes for the pop onto my Arcturus. And that is pretty much what seals the duel for here. I activate Arcturus effect. Activate Arf effect. Activate Gallatin effect. He can only stop one of these effects. And they are all devastating to him. There you go. We bring out the Noble Knight Brothers again. We equip. We pop the Spirit. He doesn't tag out. Doesn't have anything to tag out to. Alternative can't attack. And we chillin'. In phase, set cards, summon Blue Eyes. We pop the back row. It was a bluff. We send our cards back with the Noble Knight Brothers again. And you can kind of see the infinite loops that are happening now. I decide, all right, that's enough. We don't need to mess with this guy anymore. Go into King Custonin, bounce the 2 back, no problem. Summon the Borzy Boy, equip the Gallatin, swing, swing. At no point in this duel was this guy going to win. By the power of the skill, just endlessly looping my hands over and over and over and over and over and over again. You just gain so much more advantage than your opponent has to give. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any other cool turbo deck ideas, I'm not a big fan of turbo duels, but if you guys have cool ideas, any fun meme decks, you can post them in our Discord. I'm taking a look at the Discord right now, and if I like your deck, maybe I'll make a YouTube video out of it. If you guys enjoy having kind of these event decks being placed. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have for the most part. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe. I don't know if you guys know this, but less than 20% of our current viewership is actually subscribed. What the? Y'all, get subscribed and let us know that you enjoy this type of content, because this is what we like to bring you guys. That's it for me. Take it easy. Till next time, boys.